All right, we got your video that'll play here 2 times. First time be all one motion so you can see what you look like. The second time, we will throw some lines up so you can see your body's progression down the mound during your leg lift and the initial parts of that leg descent. So we can see where that furthest most left line is going between your ear and your glasses. And we can see during that entire leg lift, you're there, and then during the leg's descent, your body is still here. We haven't been able to gain any momentum down the mound yet until we start pushing away from the pitching rubber. And we can see then how that kind of results in us just running towards our target after each throw. We got that same thing, letting this video go through so you can see what you look like there, and then we'll get some lines up for you as well. And be able to see that although it looks like our body is going forward, in reality, it's just that butt that's kind of getting pushed out there. When you see that leg's coming all the way up to the top, we're getting ready to go, but we don't go until, again, that back leg starts to push us off. And because we don't have any of that momentum and that back leg doesn't have time to rotate us, when we do get that front foot into the ground, we can see that that back foot has not rotated, the back knee has not rotated, the back hip has not rotated yet. So getting a more energetic leg lift and getting that body going down the mound is going to be able to help that back leg want to rotate sooner. But we, in general, have to rotate it sooner. That backside's got to rotate before that front foot hits the ground. We can see here the body is almost too excited to get going. And we're almost going towards the target before we even lift that leg up. If we want to do that, that's cool. Let's just try to prevent that front leg here from lifting on this nice angle, right? We got this nice angle with the leg, with the kneecap kind of going towards third baseman, not the third base, but where the third baseman would be playing. But then we can see how the knee is now all the way to a third base dugout, and now it's into a lefty batter's box. If we're going to be this quick, let's think about maintaining this angle of the leg as the leg goes out. So that way it's not the knee leading the way, but it's the foot leading the way and the knee standing behind it. I haven't done this for anyone else. I'm not going to do it for anyone else, but just real quick for you to see something that's easy to tell what I'm talking about would be a guy like Zach Greinke. And if you watch his front leg here, how, boom, this posture here is very similar to your leg's posture here. And now just notice how he keeps this angle as he goes out. So that way the front leg doesn't open up right away. We don't want to be opening up early and often. We want to be rotating late, opening late. So see how your knee kind of just opens. Steps versus glides. Glide, glide. But we're doing a good job of the purpose of trying to get it going. But we can see that that upper body starts to want to rotate early. Early meaning when that front foot hits the ground. We want it to still be in this position, minus how tight that hand is to the ear. Remember that 90-90, you're getting to like 90-60. Same thing, we got all one motion, and then we'll get some lines up so you can see your body's progression down the mound through the leg lift and the leg's descent. So there's those lines, and we can see before the leg starts to come down, we can see your body is, in fact, trying to gain ground. So we're doing a good job of what we've been working on these last few weeks of trying to get things going before that leg gets all the way to the top and starts to come down again. There's that moment of foot strike and us trying to get out in front through release. We can see that these hips of yours, they rotate here. They get facing the target, but then they kind of just stop rotating. And this back leg just kind of comes here. We want to see that back hip continue to rotate around, right? We want to get that belt buckle going over towards this sign over here. We can see yours just kind of just stays there the whole time. Same thing with those shoulders. They just stay there the whole time. Remember, we want to keep rotating those all the way through. All right, so we got your video play twice, all one motion here the first time, and then we'll get some lines up so you can see a little bit better your body's progression down the mound during your legs lift and the beginning stages of its descent. So we can see a good job of that body getting going during the leg lift. But what we will notice is we still got this back foot kind of just going up onto the tippy toes, up onto your tippy toes, up onto your tippy toes versus rotating yourself forward, using our legs to drive ourselves forward. Right now, you're just kind of using your legs to step forward, to kind of just step forward. And it's because this back heel is just coming up off the ground instead of rotating towards the target. But what we have been working on the last 2 weeks was get it up, get it going, and we can see your body is doing a good job with that aspect of our delivery. We can see that we're still starting tall and kind of staying tall, trying to throw with all arm down instead of taking the body down, instead of taking that body and sending it down, right? We're up here. We need to send it down, but you just kind of stay up here instead of getting that chest out here, getting that chin out here, getting that ball to get released out here. So we got all one motion so you can see it. Then the second time we'll throw those lines up like we have with the other guys. One thing we'll notice when we play this the second time and pause that foot strike is that our stride has gotten a lot better at getting more straight to the target. We're still across our body. Like we said, we're not trying to get rid of that across your body stride, but we can just see that this foot of yours is right up against this white line and your big toe of your back foot is on that white line. So you're, yes, still striding across your body, but it's at a much more manageable angle of across your body. So let's go ahead and go back so you can watch it with the lines, see how your body is going forward and when. So the leg's coming up, and we can see that body's starting to go forward before the leg starts to go down. So as the leg's going down, it's helping gain momentum with that throw. Same thing just mentioned before with our last guy. When we get the foot strike, you're nice and tall like we should be. Then as we're rotating out to throw, we're at release and we're really tall. Right? Let's try to get ourselves out in front more, using the body going down with that throw to help create that power instead of trying to use just all arm. But what we have been trying to work on the last 2 weeks, your body is doing a good job of that. The leg is getting to the top, and right before it gets to the top, we start to drift down that mound. All right, got your video played 2 times here. All one motion first, and then we'll throw some lines up so you can see how your body is going down the mound in relation to your leg lift. So we're going to see your leg comes all the way up, your leg goes almost all the way down, and you have not gone anywhere closer towards the target with your body. Yes, your butt may be out there more. Yes, your glove may be out there more, and that front leg may be out there more. But your head, which is where your body is not going anywhere. We would like to see a little bit more get it going, so that way you don't feel like we got to start rotating these shoulders so early to try to create that power, because we haven't gotten any really going down that mound yet. So we just got to keep working on get it up, get it going with those 3 progression drills. Playing this 2 times for you here. 1 time, all one motion, and then we'll get some lines up after so you can see your body's progression during its leg lift in the beginning stages of the leg's descent. You see, as that leg's about to get to the top, the body is trying to start to go forward. It's trying to go forward, but it's mostly going down, 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 down. Right? And it's going to be tough to try to go forward with your body if your glove's first movement is backwards, 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 backwards. Right? So to help, yeah, we don't necessarily want the glove to be reaching out, 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 out right away, by no means. But by going backwards behind you, that's just keeping your body behind the pitching rubber. And we're trying to get away from that pitching rubber. All right, got your video to play twice here. Second time we see it, we'll have some lines up there so we can see how your body is making its way down the mound during your leg lift. So you can see your leg's going to come all the way up. It's going to come almost all the way down. And we have not begun going towards the target yet. And like I mentioned earlier with the last guys, your butt may be out there, your front foot may be out there, but your head, which is telling me where your body is at, isn't gaining ground until now. Right? And now we got to be a super strong, super freaky athlete to be able to drive through and have everything be on time and be repeatable. So we just want to continue to work our get it up, get it going progression drills.